Hello and welcome to another Star Wars Destiny Spirit of Rebellion booster box opening. I finally got it right. So this is the fifth box that I've got. I've opened them all today. Hit pretty much everything. I was just having a quick look through the list of cards for this set, and we have at least one copy of every character and every dice card, basically. Some of which we've got more than others. And yeah, I guess that's just how it goes. So hopefully this will be a box that doesn't have too many dupes in it. But yeah, only one way to find out. I'll get opening some packs. So, Force Speed. Legendary straight off the bat. I've got one of these already, so having a second is absolutely fantastic. I probably want to have maybe 4 so that I can have I usually like to have 2 decks set, but I'm not going to end up with 4, but having 2 is great. Yeah, so that's awesome. I haven't really been paying attention to many of the non-dice cards on this pull, but I've seen this one a few times. That's a great zero cost event. Spot a blue character to reroll any number of its character and upgrade dice, then you may draw a card. It's great. Zero cost. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So I'll carry on here. And another A110 blaster, A180 blaster. I like this a lot. I think I've got three of them now, which is good. It's pretty flexible with the options on the special. It's pretty nice. So another Force Push. I think I've got 3 of these now. Again, it's kind of the replacement for Force Throw, I think, in most of my blue decks. Doesn't quite have the same dice removal, but if you're not so worried about dice control, then Force Throw is definitely Force Push is definitely the upgrade to Force Throw for 3 cost. Another Jyn Erso. I swear there's loads of these. I think I've now got 5 Jyn Ersos from 5 boxes. Maybe they are making sure that there's one in every box. I don't know, but yeah, that's fine. Hopefully somewhere there will be a load of people who have boxes that don't have any Jyn Ersos in who will want to trade. EO placement, again, got a ton of these. I think I've got 5 of these now. Pretty cool for you people who like to be in control of the battlefield. That's a very scary upgrade for only 3 cost. So, Force Heal. So this is my 3rd Force Heal, so one for the trades. Yeah, great card. Nice to see some healing coming into the game. Trying to be as fast as possible here because you've heard me say these things multiple times if you've been watching regularly. Yeah, another legendary, the Z6 Riot Control Baton. And this is my 2nd one of these, which is great. That's a full deck's worth. Look at it. I don't need to tell you anything about it. It's amazing. Yeah, happy with that. Definitely that. Does wonders for Red Villain Melee and like General Grievous and Dooku and stuff. Ascension Gun. It's my 2nd one of these. Fantastic for when you don't win the battlefield. The battlefield roll at the beginning. That's probably going to be going in most of my my yellow decks. Got some decent sides as well. 2 damage sides, always good. Supply line, only my second one of these. I'd quite like a few more. Pretty handy 1 cost support. Anything that's where you can get an extra dice into your pool on the regular for less than 2 resources is fantastic. Unless it's this dice, of course, because the smuggling freighter is not very useful. That's just going to slow you down and bring in 1 or 2 resources every now and again, and it's just generally a bit rubbish. Another supply line. My wish is granted. Excellent stuff. Yeah, definitely can't get enough of a red neutral card that should probably go in almost every red neutral deck. Yeah, a little bit like Scout. Darth Vader. It's my second one of him, so I can double him up, even though I'm probably never going to do that. Yeah, excellent stuff. Yeah, no, supply line. It's pretty useful. I mean, I'd probably put it in ahead of Outpost, because it does similar kind of things, unless you really like the Outpost special. Yeah, command shuttle, pretty nice. I think I've got 3 of those now. Probably put 1 out for trade. If anyone out there does want to do some trading, then just send me a message on the YouTube, and we'll see what we can do. Sarge Ventress, so it's the 3rd one of her, 3rd, 4th maybe. Quite a few of her knocking about. See him, pretty nice card, but you know, cost health, all of that good stuff, or bad in this case. Excellent stuff. So, Aurra Sing. I think this is probably the best character. The more I look at it, apart from the health, I reckon she's probably the best character in this set. Just the consistency of the die and being able to increase the die side is very nice, in my opinion. Just gonna have to be very careful about keeping her alive, basically. Cool, Imperial Discipline. The reason you're playing that is to, you know, overwrite or for the ability of, you know, removing the dice to turn one of your other dice. But, you know, focus by default. Royal Guard. We've got quite a few of these as well. Pretty solid, nice dice. Be nice to have a bit more health, seeing as it's being the Guardian keyword. But you know, you could have one of those with Palpatine. That would be a pretty powerful pairing. Now, obviously, that's kind of the intention, I'm assuming. Another Guavian Enforcer. I think I've now got 3 of these, which is good. Again, probably 1 more than I actually really need. Yeah, pretty nice little character there. Just saw the dice of this one. My second IG-88. I love IG-88. Yeah, it's interesting to compare them to Aurra Sing, actually. I'll pull Aurra Sing over here. which one of these do you want to play? I mean, they're kind of similar costs, a bit more health for IG-88, but the consistency of the die of Aura Singh is probably makes me swing towards her, and the fact that you can have a single one of her and get like a 16 cost character, or even possibly play them together, but it's not ideal together because you're only starting with just 2 dice isn't ideal. Yeah, I think I play Aura Singh with an elite character, or you play IG-88 as elite with, I don't know, a Death Trooper or something. That could be a pretty decent combo actually. Yeah, it's all quite hard to figure out until you actually get down and play some games, put some teams together and see how things work. Yeah, another Ascension gun. That's good. Nice to have multiples of the neutral cards. Another Luminara Unduli. I think it's 3 of her now, so again, trading block. Yeah. Again, she's another one of these characters that's just not quite convincing me. Yeah. Need to make sure I get out and actually play some games. Interrogation Droid. I think that's 3 of them as well, across my 5 boxes. You need to think maybe the 5th box was slightly more than I needed. Although it does give me plenty of extras for trading, which is always nice to be able to trade and not feel like you're giving away something because you've got more. For the Guavan Enforcer, pretty standard. Here we go, another handcrafted light bar. I've now got 3 of these, so I reckon this is going to be a pretty popular trade card. It's a really useful upgrade. The choice of the special is nice. 3 cost is pretty good for the die that it comes with. Yeah, pretty good all-round card. And that's our 4th legendary of the box. Kind of fits roughly with where I think we are in terms of packs open. It's another Astromech. I think I've got 3 of these now. Only really fits into a vehicle-based deck, which maybe is going to emerge with this set, but I kind of have a feeling that we're going to have to wait until the next set and a character that really synergizes well with vehicles. Another Luminara. So there's 2 in this box. It's going to be interesting as well. I supplemented my collection of the first set with a few purchases on eBay. Be interesting to see what kind of value the cards have for this set, because I think FFG have maybe not flooded the market with booster packs, but they have definitely they're definitely easier to get hold of. For the first set I only got 1 booster box, and for this one I've got 5, but that's partly because I was slightly better about pre-ordering for these ones. I don't know whether this is now almost a week after they've been released. I don't know whether they're sold out in the UK yet. I imagine they probably will be at some point. Overkill, it's my second one of these. Pretty nice. Yeah, again, you've got to have some other reliable dice knocking about for that to really come into its own. So probably for me, not really worth it. I don't think there are that many other red hero cards, or indeed any hero cards that have 3 range damage sides on their character cards. Nothing that comes off the top of my head. Yeah, so that kind of puts paid to that really. I'd say three sides of non modified range damage is what you want to make that worthwhile. Anyway, on-card plot. I think that's my third one of him. So again, trades galore. He's pretty interesting. He really ups yellow villains discard and mill game, which I think is potentially going to become actually a thing that legitimately consistently works. Blaze Mal was my second one of him from these 5 boxes. Again, it's a good die, but the character cost is maybe just 1 higher than I feel it should be. But maybe I might be warming to him ever so slightly. Just be nice to see the resource cost dropped on that 3. That would settle my nerves with his slightly low health, for sure. So, Jedi Acolyte. I think it's my third one of these. Quite like this card. It's pretty interesting. Just that with its, if you can synergize it with another character, then it suddenly becomes a lot more interesting. However, yet again, character cost and character health don't particularly stack up in my book. The difference between the character cost and the health being 2 is a struggle for me. If it was just 1, if the Jedi Acolyte cost 8 for 7 health, or had 8 health for 9, I'd be a lot more comfortable with building them into decks. But as it stands, it's a bit tricky. Ooh, the last legendary from this box is Slave 1. It's my second one of these. It's a pretty fierce support vehicle. Yeah, the dice pool. This is one of the examples where I think I mentioned in an earlier video the idea of expensive cards like your 4 and 5 cost supports and upgrades having specials on them that feel like they'd be more useful at the beginning of the game. So like deal 2 damage to all of an opponent's characters, or give 2 shields to all of your characters, which I think the Ewing are the 2 special options for that. And that costs 5 resources, so unless you really like your game plan is to get that out in the first or second round, and that's all you're gonna focus for resources, you're gonna do all of that stuff, then great, then you've got something that's kind of going to have a few rolls when you hit that special, and it's going to be useful. But I think more likely is that you're not going to be able to get the higher cost cards out until the end game, at which point those specials are less useful, whereas this special towards the end game is really useful. If you can get this out before you kill your first opponent's character, and that's probably the point where they're going to have the max dice in their pool, and you could potentially kill an entire character with in one go with that special. Although distributed as they wish, you have the potential to do like what's a normal dice pool? 2 characters, 3 dice between them, that like a few rounds into the game, maybe 2 upgrades on each. So what's that? That's 3, 7, maybe a support, 8. That's a ridiculous amount of damage. Mon Mothma. Got a few of her now. Yeah, be interesting to see how she fits in. Yeah. I forget how her character cost compares to Akbar. She's 1114. I have a feeling Akbar's a little bit cheaper, but still, I still think she fits into the with Padme to make a red yellow hero mill deck. Maz Kanata, got a few of her as well. Definitely going to be trading at least one Maz. Yeah. So, I have a 180 blaster. I think I've got 4 of these now, which is probably a bit too many, but that's fine. I really like that. It hits the sweet spot for me. Oh, another overkill. So that's 3 of these now, so probably a bit of overkill. But yeah. Oh, and some fast hands. That's the better card in this pack. I think I've got 3 of those now, which I could probably do with 1 more. So if anyone wants to trade me an overkill for a fast hand, maybe an overkill for a fast hand and something else that's kind of nice, then give me a shout. Yeah, so that was the last pack there. So here we'll wrap this up real quick. Have a quick look at the legendaries from this box. So we got the Lightbow, we've got Baze, we've got IG-88, Slave 1, the Z6 Riot Control Baton, 4-speed. 4-speed, obviously, for me being the most exciting card out of this pack, I reckon. And interestingly, I think this is the first pack where there doesn't seem to be any kind of synergy between the cards. Some previous packs, you know, I've had Chewbacca and the Bowcaster in the same pack, and Chirrut and the Lightbow in the same pack. But in this one, there doesn't really seem to be a great deal of consistency, which is interesting. But that's fine. Don't necessarily need it. Yeah, great. So I'm pretty happy with the boxes that I've opened today, all 5 of them. So if you've stuck around for all 5 boxes, then thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to tear through packs with you, and maybe we'll do this again sometime. Until then, take care.